Take a picture.
Excuse me?
Take a picture. It'll last longer.
Well, I don't have a camera. Well, I knew you could have been dead.
I'm not.
Good. Because then I have to call the police, and I really don't have time for that right now. And I apologize for staring.
It's okay. I'm glad I'm not dead to it. It's just you could have been some pervert or something.
Well, how do you know that I'm not?
You're reading the stock market section.
Well, I imagine even perverts need to diversify now and then for perverting, or whatever it's called.
True, but they also need to be able to run fast and sneak up on people. I heard you coming from 100 feet away.
Next time I'll wear tennis shoes.
Also, the bag's a dead giveaway.
Okay, well, bite. Why is the bag a dead giveaway?
Silly, how could you run away with a bag?
Well, maybe it has all my handcuffs and nylon stockings in it. Maybe even tennis shoes.
Maybe it does.
Well, it doesn't. But it does have these. Owen?
Nuts?
No, they're cookies.
The cookies, do they have nuts in them?
Yes, they have nuts. I bake them.
Sorry, I'm allergic to nuts.
What kind of nuts?
Oh, Scorpios mostly. Sometimes Virgos. Ones who profess a love for the theater and then take me to Oklahoma or some other rat trap musical. But the nuts who really get me are the pecan or Brazilian nuts that sometimes end up in chocolate chip cookies. Why, if I were to eat one of your nutty cookies, my throat would swell up, I'd gasp for breath, turn blue, and you would indeed find me dead within 30 minutes. Of course, you already stated that you don't have time to deal with a dead person, so I imagine I'd have to stay around here until someone else wanders by.
I take it that's a no on the cookies.
Yeah. But thanks for the offer. If you'd offered me candy, I might have had second thoughts about the whole pervert angle.
You mind if I eat one of the cookies?
Not at all.
Mmm. You know, it's been a while, but I've seen someone have a reaction to nuts one time.
When?
Well, there was only 7 or 8 at the time, so the memory is a little fuzzy. It was back in Wisconsin. I had a daycare center.
Tell me about it.
Well, not much to tell, really. Like I said, I was only maybe 8. And there was this little girl who had some reaction to some snack bars we were eating. It was by the playground, swings, I think. Well, she started turning blue. I ran and told supervisor.
Did she live?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, I ended up being some sort of hero. Got interviewed on television and everything. Of course, I don't remember much. Like I said, it was 20 years ago. I was only 7.
Oh, right.
Well, yes, all right.
So you're a hero and not a pervert. Lucky me.
Yeah. Lucky me. I'm terribly sorry, and I don't mean to sound like some kind of asinine call line, but do I know you? You seem awfully familiar.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you remember the name of that little choking girl that day you became a hero?
Not really. I want to say it was Mary or Margaret.
It wasn't Maggie, was it?
You're not serious. You? You're Maggie, that girl?
I think I must be. I did almost die once at a daycare center. I mean, how often does that happen? Especially in Wisconsin.
I don't believe this. Why? Do you remember the name of the daycare provider? Mrs. Walker.
Yes, I remember her. Squeaky voice, wonderful lady. Used to make us hold hands when we crossed the street to the park.
Yes, that's right. My God, it's been 20 years. What are you doing here?
Well, I moved here last September. I work in entertainment. Nights mostly, or at least until I accumulate some seniority. You?
I teach school, middle school. Been here for 2 years. Just loving it.
Do you have a name?
Of course. I'm sorry, it's Mike.
Of course, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Maggie.
What do you teach, Mike?
History. American Revolution, all the wars, presidents, stuff they'll all have to relearn when they get older.
Hero stuff. I'm not surprised.
Well, most of our heroes were just regular people with regular problems. They just happened to be at the right place at the right time in history. God, I just can't believe this. I mean, what are the odds? Us meeting after all these years?
Astronomical, I suppose, but life's funny that way.
Yeah, I mean, just a few minutes ago, I was a suspected pervert. Now,
My hero with nutted cookies.
a lot could happen in 20 years.
What has happened in 20 years?
Well, good things, I hope. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to save your life if you turned out to be an axe murderer or something. Just kidding, of course.
My life's had its ups and downs. Doesn't everyone's? But for the most part, I've managed to survive. And you? I seem to remember you as one of the more athletic kids at the daycare center. Always running a bit faster than the other kids. Popular, even.
You remember stuff like that? Jeez. I barely remember what I did last week. My life's been pretty uneventful. I played some basketball in college. Still play twice a week in an old guys league with the Y. It's getting harder and harder to stay in shape, you know?
And now you teach children about heroes. That's nice.
Yeah. I like teaching. Middle school kids haven't been corrupted by society yet. They're still eager to learn about things, and they're just so curious, and they want to grow up so much. Yet...
And yet what?
Well, it's hard to explain, but society seems to send mixed messages to kids about a lot of things. Alcohol, cigarettes, sex. Please don't do it, but hurry up and think about doing it. It's hard to explain.
Sounds like you're on the right track, Mike.
I hope so. But enough about me. Tell me about the nutless life you've led since I last saw you change.
No. It's okay. Please. It doesn't matter. Tell him I'll meet him at 6 o'clock. Of course I won't be late. I'm never late. Sorry about that.
Everything all right?
Oh, just work. I'm off this afternoon and I just needed to relax a bit today.
Well, I hope I'm not interfering with anything. I'm relaxing better.
Oh, no, not at all. This has been a quiet diversion for me and I'm rather enjoying our little trip down memory lane. No, you're not a problem.
Well, good. And I'm glad that you didn't eat a cookie. I'm rather enjoying our conversation as well. You said you were in entertainment?
Bookings, actually. I set up parties for businesses, that sort of thing.
Sounds interesting.
Well, it pays the bills. Although I'm looking to try something new soon.
Really? Like what?
Well, I've been taking nursing classes down at Midtown, and I like that. It's difficult with me working nights, but I've been saving up my money to go full-time, and I think next fall I might make a stab at it.
Sounds like a plan. And I think I sense another asinine statement coming up, but I'm going to spit it out anyway. Take a chance on sounding stupid.
Uh-oh.
Any boyfriends?
No one steady, if that's what you mean.
That's exactly what I mean.
Can two people sound stupid at the same time? Is that allowed?
Well, I imagine that given today's coincidences, all rules are optional.
I'm thinking you're also expecting me to ask about your life.
The thought that crossed my mind.
Okay. Anyone special in your life?
No. Though I sense your question was a bit forced.
Disappointed?
No. Perhaps a bit more determined. See?
See what?
You laughed. There's a glimmer of hope here.
For what, Mike?
You to have dinner with me. What do you say? It would be foolish to let an opportunity like this slip away. I mean, after all these years, you being here, me coming here.
Dinner. That sounds nice. But no, I told you, Mike, I work nights.
Every night? No one works every night.
I do. I'm working tonight. I have to go get ready now. This has been a really interesting conversation, and I'm never amazed at how small the world is. Goodbye, Mike.
Wait!
Wait for what, Mike?
I don't know. Look, I'm pretty new at this stuff, so maybe I'm rushing things a bit here. All I know is that I've wasted perfectly good opportunities with women I didn't even know, had no connection with whatsoever. God, Maggie, all I have to offer you right now are cookies you can't eat, a secret life as a pervert, and dinner that doesn't fit into your schedule. How about lunch? Hell, maybe just some snacks at the playground. What do you say?
Careful what you wish for. It may not turn out to be what you expect.
Please! Just say yes. Or at least think about saying yes, or I swear I'll take my tennis shoes out of that bag.
Before I think about saying yes, I want to tell you something, Mike.
Something you want to tell me, or something you'll tell me so I'll go away?
I'll tell you the truth, I promise.
Fair enough. I think we're making progress here.
Are we?
I'm an optimist by nature.
I can tell. A teacher of young minds, a good sense of humor, a hero. Life's been good to you these past 20 years, hasn't it, Mike?
Life is good, Maggie. And yes, I have been lucky. But I do know that people need to take chances, to stay open to new things, to new people. You said yourself, you were in the middle of a career change. God, Maggie, I don't want to be a hero. Right now, all I want is a dinner partner. Don't be afraid.
I told you I was in entertainment.
Yeah, public relations, I think?
I wasn't exactly being truthful.
Tell me you're not into drugs.
I've never used drugs in my life. My job is a little more complicated than that. I'm a working girl, Mike.
Yes. You've already told me that.
Are you for real, Mike?
Oh God, Maggie, for crying out loud, what could be so bad as a working girl?
In the flesh, so to speak?
For money.
Yes.
For real.
Yes, for money. For real.
Why?
Because it pays very well. I told you I've almost made enough for full-time nursing.
No, I mean, why not a checker at Walmart or a kindergarten teacher or any number of legitimate jobs?
Mike, I'm self-insured. I made over 60 grand last year, and I own shares in IBM. What's not legitimate about that?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. You tell me.
It's not real. It's guys named John in pickup trucks.
It's prostitution. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, yes. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Mike, I told you I didn't want to have dinner with you. I told you I had to work tonight. I enjoyed our conversation. I even enjoyed meeting you after 20 years. I just wasn't, as you say you were, lucky. My parents were killed by a drunk driver. I lived in foster homes until I ran away at 16. I ran into people that showed me that people make their own luck. I get a physical 3 times a year, and I know men who think I'm the best thing since sliced bread. I'm meeting Richard tonight, one of my clients who's been seeing me once a month for 4 years. He's a circuit judge, and his wife has Alzheimer's. He's 62 years old, and he isn't ready to sit on his porch yet, Mike. He pays me very well.
How many clients do you have?
Mike, I told you I work almost every night. So, do you still want to have dinner with me? My treat. After all, I do owe you my life, such as it is.
You always so tough?
Have to be tough, Mike. But for the most part, my clients treat me with respect. Some of them tell me they love me more than their wives.
Why a nurse?
What?
You said you wanted to give up all of this for a nurse.
I want to help people. With my condition, knowing what can happen, I just want to help people. Like you helped me once.
You're not as tough as you think you are, Maggie. When I knew dinner was out of the question from the beginning.
Thought you were an optimist.
I am, but I'm also a Virgo. Oklahoma is my favorite theater, and I make the best damn chocolate chip and pecan cookies inside of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Never stood a chance, Maggie. Yeah, I mean, you see all the secrets that I would have had to have told you eventually?
We could still have lunch sometime.
Maybe. Never had a lunch date with a working girl before. Bet some of my friends would be downright jealous.
It's okay. I understand.
do have another proposition for you, though.
What's that?
You're going to give up all this in about 6 months. Is that right?
That's the plan.
Then meet me here. Exactly 6 months from now. We'll have dinner. My treat.
What time is it?
It is exactly 5 o'clock.
Dress?
Business casual, though you get to choose where you want to eat. Deal?
And you'll come, even if you've already met someone else?
I'll come. Even if I've already met someone else.
Deal.
I've got to go. I haven't got a thing to wear next year, and I really got to go do some shopping.
Me too. Mike? You're still my hero, you know?
Careful what you wish for, Maggie. Might not turn out to be what you expect.